Welcome back, Wildcats. All right, so today we're looking at Thursday, and we're looking at quadratic inequalities, and that's going to be on page 44. So if you would, pause the video and update your table of contents. All right, so now that your table of contents are updated, let's look at our notes. All right, so to graph, the graphing quadratic inequality steps are as follows. Step 1, graph the parabola using the X-intercept and the vertex. Step 2, use a solid parabola for y is less than or equal to and y is greater than or equal to, and a dashed parabola for y is less than and y is greater than. And step 3, shade above the parabola for y is greater than and y is greater than or equal to, and shade below the parabola for y is less than and y is less than or equal to. All right, so if you would, pause the video and update your notes. All right, now that your notes and table of contents are updated, let's look at the examples. Example 1. So step 1, graph the parabola using the X-intercepts and the vertex. So what you have to do is you can either factor, complete the square, or use the quadratic formula to find the X-intercepts. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to set 2x squared plus 4x minus 6 equals 0. Now, I didn't write them in the steps because I think it would kind of confuse the steps a little bit, but whenever solving for the X-intercepts, I would step 1, try to factor. If you can't factor, then try to complete the square. If you can't complete the square, then do the quadratic formula. All right, so I see here that 2, 4, and negative 6, and let me time out. There's a mistake. This should say actually minus 4x. Whew, but almost made a mistake. All right, so that's minus 4x. So if you would correct it on your paper, let's just say minus 4x. All right, so 2, negative 4, and negative 6 are all divisible by 2. So we're going to divide everything by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1x squared. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2x. And then negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Equal to 0. All right, so we're going to try to factor. So you draw your box. So first term, last term, and then going to be negative 2x. All right, so what you want to do is find all the factors of negative 3. So 1 times negative 3, 2 doesn't work, 3 times negative 3. We know x and x. So let's see here. Let's try 1 and negative 3. So plus x plus 1, x minus 3, 1x, negative 3x. They combine to be negative 2x, multiplied by negative 3. So we have our factors x minus 3 and x plus 1. That's equal to 0. And I should have put this here. Let's put this here. So we're looking for the X-intercepts. Okay. So set those equal to 0. So x minus 3 equal to 0. X plus 1 equal to 0. So x equals 3. And x equals negative 1 are your X-intercepts. All right. A little bit there. Let me rewrite that. All right. So now we need to find the vertex. So we're going to find the vertex using the formula that we've learned before. The x value of the vertex can be found using the formula negative b divided by 2a. So we're actually going to use this formula, a, b, and c. You could technically use a 2, -4, -6, but these are reduced numbers, which makes it a little bit easier. So it's negative b is -2 divided by 2 times a, which is 1, which negative times negative is a positive 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now to find the y value, we're going to plug the 1 value back into the original inequality. So that's y equals 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 6. So that equals y equals 2 minus 4 minus 6, which equals -8. All right, now that we have the X-Intercepts and the Vertex, looking at our steps, we're going to graph. So you just approximate where the values are. We know that -1 is here, and I just remembered when I graphed this. I'm going to actually put it a little farther to the left, and you'll see why in just a minute. And then 3 right here, we know, again, it just has to be in the right place on the number line. And then the vertex, we know, is 1, -8. So we go to the right 1, down 8. And again, just has to be in the right region. Now, this is less than, so it's a dashed line, so a dashed parabola, so and since it's less than, we know we shade below. All right, and there you go. All right, now you should be able to try example 2 on your own, but I'm going to go over that in class. It's on page 44. Now, I was going to go over one more example, but example 3 is solving on a number line, and you really need to teach example 3 to explain example 4, so I'm going to go over these in class. I'm going to go over example 2, 3, and 4 in class, and example 1 if I need to go over again, okay? All right, so with that, that should get you set up for Thursday. So have an unequal Wildcat day.